Run for your life! Your life, born by my ancient hand this day. Catacomb Cult Podcast. Catacomb Cult Podcast.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. I haven't done one of let me start off. Welcome to the Catacomb Cult Podcast. Welcome home, cultivists. I haven't done a podcast in so long. We'll get into that. But welcome. I'm your intrepid host, Jaden Romero. I'm going to take these off. Just seeing if the levels are right. Let me say it again. I'm your intrepid host, Jaden Romero. Wait, not laughing. There we go. I need to start using these sound effects more, like booyah. That's what I make a joke or something. I'm gonna get a better soundboard, but anyway. Damn, I'm all nervous. I'm all giddy, excited. I haven't done one of these. The last podcast I did was when I was camping with little Bazooki Tooth. And yeah, that was a while back. So welcome. I'm glad to be back. I'm so glad to be back. And I just realized I don't have my notes, because we're gonna have a fun episode. I got so many notes, man. And yeah, but anyway, I'll get my notes in a second. I just wanted to give a little brief reason why I've been on a little hiatus. It wasn't because of you guys. You guys are beautiful, get smooches to you and yours. Smooches all around, you know what I mean? It was just I had a bunch of family stuff going. Not family stuff. That makes it sound more dramatic. I just had a bunch of obligations and work was going crazy, and I had I couldn't do it. I was just burnt out. Like, I was trying to go fishing as much as I can too. I got 3 fucking episodes at least of just fishing shit, vlog stuff. So we'll get to that too. But yeah, I couldn't do it. So I took a little month off, a little hiatus, and just grinded on some actual work, stuff that pays the bill work. Got myself caught up pretty good. Still behind on some things, but that's the life. But yeah, so I'm glad to be back though. It feels good to be under this hot ass light. It's hot out right now. I'm probably sweating, but no, it feels good to be back. And yeah, and we reached the year mark where the year anniversary of this podcast. And I think this is either episode 24 or 25. I think this is 25. So if I did 24, I was true to my word. That means 2 a month if I did 24. And that's not including my my music podcast, Happy Magic Music Hour. Those podcasts are numbered differently, so that's more than 2 videos a month, plus the vlogs and all that shit. I've been grinding on this channel, you know what I mean? So show your love and support, and the people who have shown me love and support was great. I went to my cousin's wedding this weekend. My cousin Sean and Aubrey. Shout out Sean and Aubrey. Beautiful couple. Congratulations. It was a beautiful wedding. But yeah, I saw a bunch of people I haven't seen in years, and people were dapping me up for the pod, man. So it's good to know I'm actually entertaining some people. I don't know if they're entertained because they know me or if I'm just entertaining, but that remains to be seen. But it was good. And I got stories about the wedding. I got stories about that. But yeah, let me go get my notes real quick. I'm doing it old school. I got my mala beads, you know what I mean? Keep me protected, keep me secure. Got a shitty beer and shitty wine. I've actually, since the wedding, I had so much fun at the wedding. On the day I was supposed to leave, I had the craziest hangover. It was basically 48 hours of drinking minus sleep time. You know what I mean? The wedding, I showed up there at 2 o'clock, 2 hours before it started, and started ordering London mules. I probably had 16 London mules. They were free, so you just tipped and shit, And then me and my friends went out bar hopping, these bars I haven't been to in years, and the whole city's changed, I haven't been there I haven't really bar hopped that area of Flagstaff since I was a kid, man, since I was 20, 21. And everything's changed, and but yeah, so we were drinking then. I was getting forced shots and stuff. Got wasted that night. Had a beautiful time. My nephew got kicked out of a bar. He was funny though. But yeah, my nephew was funny, man. He was like walking around in a big Grateful Dead poncho, man. He's a fucking nut. But anyway, yeah, and then the next day, you know, my mom woke me up with like she's like, I got a michelada in the fridge. I'm like, yes, I need that to cure the hangover, you know, hair of the dog. And then she busted out the champagne from mimosas, and then I was just drinking IPAs and just drinking all day. And me and my pops ended up staying up till like 4 a.m. just talking shit. And yeah, and then the next, and I was blackout drunk that night. Like, I don't really remember it. And then the next morning, I woke up and I've had, trust me when I say this, I've had really, really bad hangovers in my day. Really bad, where you're just dead, glued to the fucking bed, like, you know, you can't fucking move. I've had those types of hangovers. But this was something different. It was like, I can't even like describe it. I think I had I mean, I guess like all hangovers are a symptom of alcohol poisoning. But no, I was like, shit, I might have to go to the hospital. Like, I felt weird. I don't know. I can't even explain. Not like I was having a heart attack or anything, but like, I don't know. I was like, I can't. And it wasn't panic. You know me, I'm well versed in panic attacks. It was just something weird, like something's wrong in my body. And I was just like, this is like otherworldly hangover. And you know, I'm 36. I've had plenty of hangovers in my day. But fuck. And so I was like, I'm going to leave tomorrow, the next day. And then by then it was just like a regular hangover. It was a 2-day thing, man. And then, so I drove home and I was like, man, I think I'm going to quit drinking. Like, not quit, like go sober. Like, you know, I'm not like, you know, I'm not going to go to AA. I'm not like addicted like that. I just mean like, I'm going to cut back hardcore. I'm not going to ever get that drunk again to where that causes a hangover like that. I just can't do it. I'll never want to feel. I like literally. I was close to saying like I think I should drive to the doctor like and get like an IV put in me or something. Like something just ain't right. And like chugging water wasn't helping or anything. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get that drunk ever again. I know I'm not gonna get that drunk ever again. I might have a glass of wine with dinner for the antioxidants. But it's not going to be like a rule. I'm not like putting it out there like, I'm getting sober, you know. It's not like that. Like fucking, if I want to have a few beers with somebody who comes hanging out, you know, whatever, I'll do that. I'm just saying I'm not going hard. You know what I mean? I'm not doing shots unless I want to do a shot. But it's not, I never want to do a shot. So like, you know, I'm not doing shots. I'm gonna keep hard liquor probably to a never, very rarely maybe, and then just have, and I'm trying to like not drink beer. I've been drinking like I'll drink wine and shit just because wine makes me feel like I'm connected to like Romans and shit, you know. I feel like it should be like dripping down my beard across my chest with a turkey leg, you know. Wine is primal, man. It's Jesus made water into wine. It's, you know, I feel connected. It's the nectar of the gods, you know. So I need the antioxidant in wine. But yeah, all the other shit, dude, I think I'm done with it. Like, yeah, I think I'm done with it. I don't ever want to feel that shitty again. And it's been like a week since I've been home. Well, like a week, almost 2 weeks since I've been home, and I've had maybe 3 or 4 beers, and that's just because the first few days I didn't have any sodas or anything. I don't buy sodas and shit. So I didn't have anything to drink, and water. Come on, water sucks. We went over that on the very episode 1. Water is so pre-pandemic or something. I forget my joke on that. But water sucks. Everybody knows it. And yeah, so I didn't have any drinks, and I didn't go out and buy sodas. I just bought like a bunch of sparkling water. I like that shit. But I'm going to have shitty beer and shitty wine with you tonight because it's tradition. And I love traditions. So traditions are sacred to me. But yeah, I think I'm done getting fucked up. Since I was like 16, I've been known as the drunk too, by the way. Like a happy drunk. My friends, but like I've been known as like, oh, Chavin's the drunk guy. You know what I mean? Not like a dickhead drunk swinging on people all the time, but like I'm known to like put them down, just drink every day kind of shit. But yeah. Oh, it's so good though. Even the shitty stuff is so good. But yeah, I don't want to feel like that. And since I have cut down in the past 2 weeks, like cut down tremendously. I know it's hard to believe with with a couple while I'm fisting the grossest duo in a planet. Chugging wine and beer at the same time is so gross. I don't even know why I started doing it. And I hated it at first, like, this is, But now it's like, I love it. I'm so white trash. But anyway, ever since I like stopped or cut back, not stopped. Stop's a bad word. Ever since I cut back, I feel like way more energetic. I feel like I also switched my diet too. I know people don't want to hear this shit. I feel like I'm on Oprah or some shit. But I did switch my diet. I was trying to go keto, hardcore, besides beer, which obviously isn't keto. So I never actually did keto, but I was eating everything keto. And man, I just was like, man, fuck this. Like, I need some pasta. So now I've been trying to do the Mediterranean diet, which is whole grain pasta, which is kind of shittier than regular pasta, but it's like, so I feel better, man. I just feel better. Anyway, enough of my shit, The wedding was a blast. Got to see all my old homies. Not all of them, but like a lot of old homies that I haven't seen in forever, man. Like, I'm talking decades, some of them. Shout out James and Sandy. Yeah, man, I don't even remember the last time I seen you guys. Maybe 10 years plus. It's crazy. But yeah, it was fun hanging out with everybody. Yeah, it was fun. Congrats, Sean and Aubrey, on a wonderful life. All right, let's get into these. I mean, we could start off right. It's supposed to be a joyous occasion, this podcast being back, but we can start off on some hater shit. Because I got some, me, I got gripes. I'm riddled with gripes and grievances. Grievance corner, bitch. Right? Yeah. Grievance corner. That's the ticket right there. But, man, I'm way late, obviously, but Jaden Smith, man. Who's this? I can't even speak. Jaden Smith. I finally watched that video. I don't know why it just popped on my YouTube, like, recommendations. People be fucking up my YouTube recommendations because I do a lot of photo shoots, and, like, they're like, put on this, and no disrespect to people's music taste, but they're like, put on this, put on that, and I'm like, all right. And then all my music suggestions are like fucking Jaden Smith. My shit never had Jaden Smith before that. But anyway, I watched Icon Living. Is this kid like crazy? Like, I mean, obviously he's crazy, but is he so fucking tone deaf? And I don't mean like musically tone deaf. I mean just like socially tone deaf that he thinks, I don't know. I guess people buy it. People love it nowadays. People like, because here's the thing. When people rap about cash, it's different. You know what I mean? Because they're usually from motherfucking, a lot of rappers rap about cash. It was never my thing, like people rapping about cash. Like I liked it in ways like Wu-Tang did it, like still from a grimy perspective. You know what I mean? But all like, it's blasphemous to say, but like the big pimpins and all that, I never liked that shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, I still like respected it. These were all like guys and girls who like came up from nothing, like literal nothing. And they're rapping about cash, or they're like, that's what they strive to be. So they're faking the funk. Like I came up with a lot of rappers like that. They were rapping about driving Bentleys and shit, and like, dude, you do not drive a Bentley. I know where you live. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but anyway, but that's what they're striving to be. You know what I mean? That's the power of the secret kind of shit. You know what I mean? Jaden Smith is not that. So when he has like a line like, I'm making more money in a minute, something like that. It's like, dude, that's so like trashy, dude. Like to say that you grew up fucking rich. You grew up to one of the most famous people on the planet. You know what I mean? You were born into that, who married from a mom who was very, very, very famous movie star, especially in the 90s. She was kicking ass in the 90s. Set It Off, Low Down Dirty Shame, all that shit. But, Matrix, you know? But, like, anyway, it's so, like, for him to be like, I'm making money, we make money like this, it's like, dude, you have no concept of the dollar. You have no money has never been an issue for you, ever. So you have no concept of you know what it can do for you. I don't even think you know that. It just has always done for you. You know what I mean? Like when he rides private jets, he probably doesn't even realize this costs money just because intellectually, obviously he knows it costs money but he doesn't. You know what I mean? It doesn't compute because that's just been his life. So for him to be like, we're making more money in a minute, blah, 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 I'm just an icon living. It's like, what? I don't know. That shit rubbed me the wrong way, man. And then like how when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, which shit, I haven't even done a podcast since then, which is, man, I don't care either way. Like, you talk shit, you get hit, whatever, which, yeah, I get. But I have like a special thing with Chris Rock. I'm a very special fan with Chris Rock. And I'm not saying like anybody else could got slapped or whatever. Whatever. You talk shit, you do get hit. You got to be up. But like for a bitch ass motherfucker like Will Smith, who's always had he did that shit knowing he'll have no consequences. You know what I mean? I don't know. He's had too many yes men in his ear, and to slap a motherfucking icon. Well, Chris Rock's an icon to me. I know I saw a bunch of people on Instagram, friends of mine, who are probably disagree with what I'm saying. Like, he was protecting his girl, dude. Yeah, whatever. But Chris Rock, man, like he's got like his comedy. I'm a comedy freak, dudes, and his specials have gotten me through some issues, man. You know what I mean? He's fucking solid. Even his last special, Tambourine, which people, it had mixed reviews. I thought it was fucking hilarious. His shit with about porno, he was like talking about getting divorced, and he was like, I was addicted to porn, and like the crowd's like silent, and he was just like, oh yeah, it's $1 billion industry, and I'm the only one addicted. I don't know. He's a fucking genius, man, and he should be respected as a motherfucking elder. He should be on the Mount Rushmore of comedians for sure. Number one with a bullet in my book. And yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, I know it's not a big deal. He barely got slapped and shit, and he took it like a G. I mean, he should have like scrapped him. It would have been dope to see him wrestle around up there, but Chris Rock's classy, man. He's a classy dude. And fucking Will Smith, whatever, man. He lost a lot of points with me that night. And not just because he smacked Chris Rock, which is one of it. It's just like, dude, you're so in this bubble, dude. You're so in this, I don't know, man. You think you could just walk, and he was right though. He's in this bubble, but he was right about it. He could walk up, smack some dude, and walk back. You had any other show? You had one of shows I used to do, like from my old shows, like even in shitty dive bars. You fucking come up on stage and smack me, bouncers would be on you in a second, and they're going to open the door with your motherfucking head. You know what I mean? So that just goes to show, like, he's so like, he's so used to people saying yes. All right, anyway, I got on a tangent about Jaden Smith. I didn't like that. But I did hear this song by Willow Smith. It's new. It's kind of like a rock thing. It's not she was kind of off on that 405 song. Like,
we catch a vibe. Maybe we can hit the 405. Hypnotize.
Maybe we could take a ride. Maybe we could hit the 405. Like, that's fun. That's probably another rich person thing. She's probably only seen the 405 from a fucking helicopter. You know what I mean? Because who wants to go hit the 405? Maybe we can hit the 405. That's a fucking nightmare. Every time I have to go somewhere and I have to take the 405, I'm like, oh God, today's gonna be a shitty day. You know what I mean? I fucking hate that freeway. It's one of the craziest freeways in the USA. But anyway, that's not the song. She came out with like a rock. I feel like I'm talking like a cokehead or something. Going a little too fast, you know? I haven't done this in a while. I'm nervous. You guys got me nervous, man. All right. But anyway, I gotta be like Bazooka. She's zen as fuck. She's laying on her back right now. Oh, she just stretched her paw. She's so cute. But yeah, Willow Smith came out with like a rock song that was kind of funky, man. And she's like screaming in the chorus. And I was like, yo, I think this is a fuck you to her fucking parents, man. Which I like, because fuck them. Take a fucking joke. I'm probably gonna get haters for that, huh? It's and you know, I kind of dig that she did that rock song because I'll be honest, you know, everybody who knows me, I've always said like I'm a hip hopper through and through. That's my favorite type of music. I fucking listen to that first. That's like, you know, if I gotta rank my genres, which I now would think is more ridiculous having to rank anything, but I've always been a hip hopper. Underground, backpack, from the backpacking days to nowadays. And dude, I don't know if like I'm just done with hip hop or what, man. Like the OG Estevan Oriol posted like a meme that said like happy National Stop Rapping Over Vocals, the shit. And I started thinking like, dude, when I used to rap, this is early 2000s. When I used to rap, cats were rapping over their vocals back then, dude. It was lame back then, and people are still doing that. That's mad lame. And there seems to be like no innovation. I know these kids have their own version of rap, and like, you know, it's not for me. There doesn't seem to be like innovation anymore. And maybe there is. I don't know. I'm not digging through the crates like I used to. I don't know all the new underground indie cats, because I'm not just mainstream to be or I'm not just underground because I'm like fuck the mainstream on some backpacker shit like I was when I was 14. But you know, I like hip hop, and I don't see it like really progressing. And if people are still rapping over their lyrics because they can't fucking, I mean, this is why it's getting lame to me. Like because first of all, hip hop, I get it. Hip hop was born from nothing, you know, like they didn't have money for instruments. The pioneers didn't have money for instruments. So that, you know, they got turntables and their parents' old records and, you know, singled out the breaks, looped the breaks and all this and that. And I get that. And then you have somebody styling with their voice, you know what I mean? With their lyrics, with their poetry and shit. And if you can't do that aspect, you're not playing a guitar. I mean, fucking Jimi Hendrix plays the guitar like a maniac while he's singing, you know? Bob Dylan does that. Jerry Garcia, like, plays the guitar like a maniac while they're singing. And if you can't fucking sing over a beat, you can't fucking, then write easier raps or something, or like go do, like, I think the meme said, like, do cardio, do this and that. Because if you can't spit over your beat, we'll give the chorus a pass. When I used to perform, I would just turn down the chorus just to give because I never had a hype man or anything, just to give myself a breather. And a lot of times I do singy shit, and I'm not good at singing live. You know what I mean? You're all hyped up and shit. So I would give that, but like, I'll give that a pass. But to rap your whole fucking verse, that is so fucking lame, man. I think. And I saw Eminem do that too, man. I was like, dude, you're from the old school. I saw him on some show a few years ago, and it was totally lip synced, man. And I think they like record a lip synced version that's like sounds live, but it's not. It's like, there's some shady shit going on with that. It's like, just, if you can't, you're not playing an instrument at all. And I'm not disrespecting hip hop. I know that's what it was born from, DJ and MC shit. But you're not playing an instrument. Your instrument is your lyrics. You know what I mean? That's what you're bringing to the table, unless you self-produce and all that. But your instrument is your fucking lyrics. So if you can't even do that, you might as well just don't perform. You know what I mean? Let your shit be from DJs. If you can't do the one thing you're brought to the table to do, which is spit, well then, fuck it. I guess kids don't give a shit about any of this these days, huh? They don't give a fuck. But anyway, I thought that meme. Well, this is still a joyous podcast. I'm not angry, everybody. What's up, everyone? Javin here. I just wanted to take a second to mention my online store. We have prints, t-shirts, hats, and special gifts with each purchase. Everything is handmade and designed by myself or other amazing artists I know. Quality materials and timely shipping, plus that extra special ingredient, love and appreciation. Your support helps my creative endeavors and supports other artists like me. Visit thecatacombcult.bigcartel.com. Yo, new and limited items are cycled through there all the time, so at the Catacomb Cult on Instagram or my personal page at Javin Romero. The revenue I see from this shop gets poured right back into things like short films, photo shoots, lunches, and gas money for any crew or actors helping me out, you know, locations, all that. Plus you get some dope shit. So thank you once again. Let's cultivate. That's stupid. All right, thanks. Peace. And I do got a bunch of like movie review shit, but I might do that I might do a separate episode, just all my movie reviews. You know what I mean? Especially with this new Jurassic Park coming out. Like, I haven't seen it or anything. No, but the Jurassic Park made me think about my homegirl, Ariane. Me and her were like inseparable when I was a kid. She was my neighbor, lived right across the street. Shout out her uncle and dad, Delbert and Gilbert. They got my mini bike running. I bought this old mini bike for like $30 when I was a kid with like, you know, $30 was $2,000 to me as a kid. You know what I mean? I worked like so hard to get that money with allowance and shit. And I bought this mini bike that didn't work. I talked about it, getting hustled out of it. I talked about this mini bike. It was a beautiful mini bike and it didn't work. And they ended up getting it running for me. So shout out them. But no, like Jurassic Park, I remember Ariane, we went inside a couple times when I was a kid. I saw it like 3 times in the theaters when I was like 5. Cause yeah, 93, I was born, no, I must have been like 8. Yeah. No, 7. I was born in 86. I'm not good at math. But anyway, yeah, we went and saw that a couple times, and she got like crazy nightmares because, you know, nothing's been seen on, like, those look like real dinosaurs back then. And she had like nightmares. I didn't get nightmares for that kind of shit. Like, I was watching, you know, Child's Play when I was a kid, like that age, you know, like 5. I remember watching Carrie and shit. Those never really gave me nightmares. You know what did give me nightmares, though? Speaking of fucking Will Smith. Oh, it always comes back to Will Smith, that Scientology motherfucker. Was Independence Day. That gave me nightmares as a kid. Not because it was like, I was like an existential crisis boy. Existential crisis boy. Yeah, I was like a apocalyptic prophesizer as a kid, you know? It wasn't like the aliens that scared me. It was that opening shot, which was so badass when you were a kid, these giant, because, from that point on, before that, I always thought of UFOs like, you know, something like a UFO could, a flying saucer could fit in my living room, you know what I mean? And they just made it massive, you know what I mean? It was just these coming out of the clouds. You remember, everybody remembers that movie. And that shit would keep me up at night like, yo, fucking what if these aliens come? Now I'd love it. I'd love for the world to end with aliens. Just to give me that brief second of like, I knew it. They're out there. But yeah, that shit like gave me like existential dread where I was just like, fuck, what if this happens? What's going to happen to all of us? But yeah, so those horror movies, Hills Have Eyes. I remember going to my grandma's house, Meme, shout out Meme, R.I.P. I would go to her house. She'd have all, you know, everything was recorded off fucking TMC or something. And she loved horror movies, and I would watch Hills Have Eyes every time. The old one, the 70s one. That one was fucked up, man. I mean, the new one's fucked up too, but. Oh yeah, I was watching this show, Billions. I don't know if anybody's seen Billions, but they have like this, you know, it's about billionaires, and they have like this artist on there he's like this stereotypical dude. And it's like, he's like this tough guy looking dude, and like girls love him and shit, and he wears wife beaters and like jeans with paint on them and shit, and he's like, yeah, I'm an artist, you gotta respect my work. And these billionaires all swoon over him, this artist dude, and it's so fucking lame. And he's like one of those Jackson Pollock dudes. Like, I can respect Jackson Pollock, he was like the first one to do it or whatever, mainstream it, but this guy, and there's a scene in it where he's angry at this girl and he's just throwing paint at because that's how artists relieve their stress, right? Just throwing paint angrily with tears in his eyes. And he's like, and of course, that's his masterpiece. That's his masterpiece where he gets like $500,000 for this. And it's just this fucking douche. I don't know. It was so cheesy, the art. It was just so on the nose of like what you would think art. First of all, the whole art scene, like when you go into gallery scenes, it's so fucking ridiculous. There's a good documentary about it. And like when you go back, even it's been like that forever. Just rich people. It's so crazy how rich people dictate good art, right? Like this guy on the show is throwing it's just splatters of paint against the canvas, but you can feel the anger in it. But my homie in an underpass can paint something way better and took him way longer to learn. You know what I mean? With just a spray can. But like for some reason, rich people dictate good art. You know what I mean? Like why does that happen? I mean, I guess they got money to pay for it, but their taste in everything sucks. They're bland as fuck. You know what I mean? Like what made them the tastemakers of like why this artist is exalted? I can see like Van Gogh and like Monet's and Da Vinci's and shit, just because that's an ancient, they were famous at their time and it's like, it makes sense that those pieces would be worth money because it's a fucking piece of history. But like these billionaires and millionaires making these modern artists, like what gives them what makes them the gatekeeper? They have no fucking taste. Billionaires are bland businessmen. They might have a stylist that dresses them in nice fucking shoes, and I don't even know the brands, but that doesn't give them taste. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So yeah, Billions handled that shit really sloppily with artists. It's kind of like Entourage. That show's falling off anyway, man. I love Paul Giamatti. What up, Paul Giamatti? Pig Vomit. If you know what's up, if you IWIYK, motherfuckers. Pig Vomit. But no, Paul Giamatti, I love him, man, but that show's kind of on some other shit now, man. Yeah, I got like satanic panic shit, man. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff is like TV and movie shit that I'm gonna do like a whole episode on that. I'm gonna do it right after this, so I'm gonna keep pumping out episodes. But yeah, man, I was thinking about it. Like, comedy movies are dead, and I heard somebody say that they're dead. Like, think of the last comedy movie you've seen since 2010, and it's like I can't even think of one. Like Jackass, that new Jackass, I was dying laughing, but that's different. Like, they're not really offending people. Like, I think it's because of cancel culture, which I think it's because of like this cancel culture where people are afraid to say shit. So comedy movies like Superbad couldn't be made now. 40-Year-Old Virgin couldn't be made now. Those are funny ass movies. I was trying to think of the last funny movie I've seen. Like legit funny. You know what I mean? I can't think of one. But there is dope shows like The Righteous Gemstones. I just finished that one. That shit is hilarious, man. The sister on that, the girl, the woman, the sister of the family, she is fucking funny. Let's find a clip of her. Let's end on that. Let's end a clip of the sister from Righteous Gemstones. We'll laugh again. I'm sorry. I always bring it down, don't I? They have one of the funniest songs. We'll end on that. Sorry. We'll end on that. It's like the mom and her brother. If you don't know the plot to this movie or this show, It's about like a family. Look at, I'm getting all hot. It's about this family who are like, their dad's like the main televangelist, you know what I mean? They run like a mega church basically, but they have like TV shows and they're filthy fucking rich. And they're all like pieces of shit, you know what I mean? But there's a song, the mom of the family and their brother would do as a kid, and they like bring it back. Let's listen to that song. This shit is so ridiculous.
Do y'all want to see a sneak peek?
Yeah, I think we gotta go to a commercial.
Oh,
real
I don't
quick.
think we're gonna take a break yet, because guess what? I wore my clogging shoes.
That's the uncle and that their brother and sister. It's so funny.
Business here.
Let's do it. Oh, I think Eli needs to take a commercial break.
And they're all pieces of shit too. You know what I mean? They're not. It's so fake. This fake religion shit, man. I fucking hate it. But anyway, this show tears it down like crazy. It's such a funny show.
Just leave the dancing to us, Eli.
All right, no more interruptions.
The rest of us, we gonna sing and we gonna dance.
Mama told me not to, I did anyway, misbehaving.
Daddy said don't, but I said I'm gonna misbehaving.
Oh my
I
god.
was on a windowsill swimming in the creek.
Catching crawdads and playing with a stick.
I wore lipstick.
And I got caught shaving. Just two little country kids outside misbehaving.
Teacher said don't, but I said it anyway, misbehaving.
Oh my god.
Preacher said no, if you do, you're gonna pay misbehaving.
Kicking and spitting and cussing out loud.
Running through the house with a pickle in my mouth.
Playing in the street.
Running through the house with a pickle in my mouth. That's misbehaving. You know what's funny, dude, is like people, like they probably sing these kind of songs at these mega churches and people are like, oh, you fucking kids, you were misbehaving. You fucking running around with a pickle in your mouth? You running around with a pickle in your mouth?
Look at me outside waving.
Just two
Look at his
little
face,
kids out
man.
there misbehaving.
The uncle's so funny.
We thought we was just messing around till we met that man in the thorny crown. It taught us that tricks and mischief leads to Satan. So from now on, there's no misbehaving.
Oh my god.
Mama wants to look how I've been good now.
Look at that fucking uncle.
Daddy, won't you listen? Don't go missing. I'm behaving.
Comb my hair and I brush my teeth.
I make my bed and I eat my greens.
I wash my hands to keep away from Satan.
So no more tricks and no more misbehaving. No more tricks and no more misbehaving.
I wash my hands to keep away from Satan. That's a good tip. I wash my hands constantly. Not to keep away from Satan, but to keep away from getting sick. Yeah, but that's fun to end on that. Watch that show. It's funny. As again, I need to do structured episodes. I get it. I realized how poorly I'm prepared for this episode now that I'm doing it. But, you know, I have fun venting. This is what I like to do, man. So I like to talk shit. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'm so blessed to be back with you beautiful people. Thank you, everybody who's listening. Check out the store. I got new shirts coming in. Oh, this is my Born on Death Row Long Beach shirt. Snoop Dogg, you know, after Snoop Dogg bought Death Row, this is his shirt. Well, anyway, yeah, man, thank you, everybody. Fucking go check out, buy a hat or buy a shirt. Helps me out. You know what I mean? I got new designs coming up. And go check out my Instagram. Fuck that. Whatever you want to do, hit me up. I love you guys. Smooches to your whole family. Bazooka loves you guys. She'd give you all smooches. She's the smooch queen. Anyway, love you. Smooches, everybody. Peace out.
Established in 399 BC, this is the Catacomb Cult.